All right. Hi, everyone. I want to welcome you once again to this interactive HCIA version 3.0 certification program. It's a professional training program that has been organized by Huawei ICT Academy in conjunction with Makerere University Business School. I am excited to have you on this call, and I hope that in the long run, we're going to learn from each other. My name is Sandy Samuel, and I'm going to be taking you through artificial intelligence. You heard it right, artificial intelligence. I am seeing quite a number of people on the call. I'm expecting more because according to the people who expressed interest and who are successfully accepted or enrolled into the course, I think this is like half the number. But since it's a first class, we are going to continue with today's orientation, where we are going to get an opportunity to get to know you, get to hear from you, and get to hear for some of your expectations, and also try to understand what is AI all about, and why do we even need to interest ourselves in trying to understand what artificial intelligence is, and how can we apply some of its technologies as in our day lives. So this is a course. I am excited, and so should you be excited. Maybe before we delve any further into the course, I just want to re-echo out some of these few housekeeping rules. One, I'm happy to note that many of you, your microphones are already muted. Since we are meeting virtually, please kindly keep your mic muted, so as to enable us to have a very conducive, nice, interactive lecture. Keep your microphones muted, and if you must speak, unmute yourself or raise your hand, and then you go ahead and speak to the class, so that you don't interrupt other people's, you don't interrupt the class. Secondly, still, this is a very interactive session. Kindly, we are here to learn from each other. If you notice that your colleague needs some help and you can be of help, kindly just go ahead and help them. And also, if you have an issue, just post it on our forum, either on the chat of the learning management system, which I'll be taking you through, or on Telegram, and be rest assured someone will be in position to help you. Out of experience, I keep telling my students that you don't need to necessarily wait for me, but you can always ask in the forum, and then your colleagues or your peers will be able to even help you. Because the beauty with ICT, most of the problems, like 80% of the problems we face today, someone else faced it before and they actually found a solution for it. And that solution could even be documented. So instead of waiting for an instructor to get back to you, just interest yourself in learning, post in the group, and then wait to get feedback from your peers. Then when we are having our sessions, they're usually a bit interactive. You liaise with your peers, liaise with the class, respond if you must. And then at the end of the day, let us enjoy ourselves, meet new people, make more connections, and we benefit and take away something from the class. But since we are meeting virtually, kindly for the purpose of having a smooth conversation, kindly keep your microphones muted, more so if you are in a noisy background. Failure to do that will necessitate the team to either put you in the waiting room or ban you indefinitely from taking on the course. Now, this is a professional training program, and it is fully sponsored by Huawei. Huawei is sponsoring the training program, and it will pay for the final examination fees. When you're done with the training program, we shall go into the process and procure a voucher for you, which you use to do your final certification exam. And if you pass the final certification exam, then you'll be recognized as a Huawei certified ICT associate globally, not just in Uganda, East Africa, or Africa, but globally. So, and you should be able to do that. So, Huawei is one of the leading global telecommunications company, which has dominated Africa and Asia. and of course some parts of Europe and also China. Its devices and technologies are widely used by governments, but not only governments, also they are used by different organizations. They're used by different organizations. Yes, so basically, saying that Huawei would be in position to pay for your final examination. And then that means that for you to qualify to get the free voucher, you must at least attend 70% of all the classes that are available to you. And in case you have an issue and you're unable to join, this is a professional training. Like I told you, kindly always do communicate in writing so that we can be able to best support you. Also, you need to do all the assignments that are given to you. Trust me, they're not hard assignments, so don't feel like I'm scaring you from taking on the course. The course is these are easy to do assignments, and they're given to you in due time, and you have a lot of time to do them. Kindly do all the assignments, and then finally make sure that you pass the mock exam. Still, the good thing about mock exams, if you have done all the assignment, it is very easy for you to pass the mock exam, because most of the questions in the mock exam will be coming from the day-to-day assignments that you have been doing. This is artificial intelligence. That means that you need to have some prerequisite of some maths background, and also some bit of Python. If at all you don't have this background, there are some videos I'm going to recommend for you to go and go through them in your free time to get the best out of this program. Kindly just follow those videos. They're well explained. Go through them so that we can be able to catch along. But do not worry, this is a beginner level. It's HCIA, and HCIA stands for Huawei Certified ICT Associate. So I think that is all I expect from you. But before we continue any further, I want you to take this time and hear from some of you. I want you to go ahead and unmute yourself or raise your hand. Tell me who you are. Tell me who you are. Maybe what you do. Tell me your expectations, or why you decided to take on the course, and then lastly the fun fact about you. We'll just take on a few people, and then we shall continue with the next item on our agenda. So just raise up your hand and then speak to us so that we can get to hear from you. I will start with no one is putting up their hand. Maybe I'll pick at random, or you can say mic check and then go ahead, tell us who you are so that we can get to know about a few of you before we move on to the next agenda. Okay, yes, Maurice, your hand is up.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm called Maurice Adonyo. I'm from Lira. I'm a student. Okay, I'm currently a student at Tombara University of Science and Technology. I'm doing computer science. Yeah, I really got interested in this course because right now I was practicing I was trying to learn this thing of AI on my own. So actually, this is my best opportunity actually to join this course. So I'm expecting the best. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Maurice. You have not told us about the fun fact about you.
Oh, I like programming, especially Python, and currently I'm taking Flutter actually, learning Flutter and as well Python. Okay. So I like yeah.
All right. Thank you, Maurice, for sharing. We'll now go to Mugasha.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mugasha Bradley. I'm from Bar University. I do IT. So, like, I've been learning on my own this thing, especially part of data science, but hasn't been easy learning it alone. So I expect to learn more so that I can come up with a better final year project. And I do much of web development and Android with Java.
Okay, interesting. Fun fact about you, Mugasha, before you go.
I just like making people laugh.
Okay. All right, that is nice. Okay, we shall go to Hussein. Your hand is up.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening, everyone. Hope all is well. Yeah, I'm Namiro Habiba, student, Makerere University, Year 2 Software Engineering. I've been taking AI as a course unit, one of my 5 course units. So during the study, we used to study only theory, but then I was told it involves Python. That's why I got interest in Python. I began programming, but then after seeing this opportunity, I was like, let me join such that I acquire more and more skills in AI and Python as well. The fun fact about me, I don't think it's funny, but I just hate someone who undermines me. Okay, nice session.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Abiba, for sharing. And your fun fact is a bit scary, but nevertheless, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
All right. Edrin, your hand is up.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm Sempaga Godfrey Edrin from Makerere University, and I do electrical engineering. I expect to learn a lot from this session. I love machine learning, and the fact that I do electrical engineering, one of my dreams is to bring machine learning or artificial intelligence into power system grids and generation. So I think that's me. And the fun fact about me, I love solving Sudoku puzzles. I hope everyone knows Sudoku puzzles. So I love solving them, and I love solving, I think, puzzles basically. I love being challenged. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for sharing, Edrin. Nice hearing from you, and we're also excited to have you on the call. Let us also now hear from Michael. Your hand is up.
Thank you. My name is Muledu Michael. I'm a student of human nutrition, Chambogo University. I'm in my year 4. My expectations are to learn as much as possible about artificial intelligence and know how I can incorporate it to my field. I've had a good experience with Huawei. I have 4 certifications so far, ever since this program started. And the fun fact about me is that I liked the challenges, however hard they may be.
That is interesting. Thank you, Michael, for sharing. We hope by the end of the session you'll be able to have met your expectations. Hilary, your hand is up.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hilary Bijirwa from Bara University of Science and Technology, pursuing a bachelor's degree in information and technology. Currently, I'm learning Django framework, and I love web development. And my expectations from this course is to know how AI works and how it is integrated in the systems. My fun fact is web development and playing virtual DJ. Thank you.
Okay, at least now virtual DJs sounds more fun, like away from work. Okay, thank you, Hilary. We hope during our breaks you will, keep us entertained and play some mixes for us as we get back to the session. Jacob, your hand is up.
My name is Jacob King. I'm from United States International University in Kenya, Nairobi. I'm a student. I do applied computer technologies. I'm into AI and IoT mostly, and robotics. I like tech, and my expectations from this course are to learn mostly deep learning and how to use the AI frameworks and how to use them in real life. Then the fun fact about me, well, I don't know if it's funny, but I play video games just to find out if the characters are intelligent or not. So if they're not intelligent, I won't play that game anymore.
Okay, interesting. Very interesting. I believe I now know why you decided to take on the artificial intelligence course. Thank you, Jacob, for sharing. We have two hands up. I think we'll go with Colin and Dile before we take on Yasin.
Hello, everyone. I'm Colleen Andile, and I'm from Zimbabwe. I like technology and learning new stuff. So yeah, that's why I'm here. Thank you.
Okay. Right, and then lastly, Yasin. Nice hearing from you, Andile. Congratulations upon your recently concluded exams. I hope you participated.
Oh,
Hello.
I'm still waiting for the approval, but I think it will be soon.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, Yasin, go ahead.
I'm Yasin Millers from Barara district. I'm a full stack developer in Python, like Django framework. So I'm taking on this course to see how Python is integrated in AI. So my fun factor is I like watching Comedy Store in Uganda. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Yasin. You must be a fan of Bubu by Uganda, Build Uganda. That is really, really nice. Thank you for sharing. In the chat, we have a comment from Edrin, who says that it is nice to be in the same class with you guys. I hope to connect. I strongly recommend that. Your network is most times your net worth. So if you can relate and connect with people who are trying to build and acquire knowledge to transform our community, then I strongly recommend that. There's also a comment from Atugumia, who says, I expect a wide knowledge of artificial intelligence. And then from Charles Emong, who says, hi everyone, I'm Emong Charles studying electrical engineering. Nice session. There's also someone called Tugumia Steele, says, I'm currently just a member of ICT-AU, I think ICT Association Uganda. I also encourage many of you, most of those who are in Uganda, to join these professional bodies. It is very, very nice that you do so. And then Susie, I think those are the only introductions that we have in the chat. Then lastly, Mariam, your hand is up. Mariam? Mariam? Okay, if Mariam is not taking up the mantle, we can go with Victor. Your hand is up.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm Victor Chadibo. I'm an ICT manager in an agriculture institution, that is the Adra Agriculture College in West Nile. And before this, I've been doing part-timing in lecturing at Uganda Christian University Arua campus. So I expect to really learn a lot as far as AI is concerned. I'm so expectant that I'm going to learn programming and machine learning. I'm going to learn a few other things that can help me also to improve on my programming skills. So it's going to be a good experience on my side. Thank you.
Hey, that is nice. That is nice. Thank you, Victor, for being part of this call and also for transferring knowledge and passing on knowledge. Something I'm also passionate about. Mariam, your hand is still up. Okay, lastly, Alvin.
Yes, how are you, everyone? How are you, Mr. Sandy? I'm called Alinda Alvin from Makerere University, but I also work with SMS1 as an IT technical support engineer. And really, when I was applying for this course, when I saw the course was saying Mr. Sandy.
Alvin, I think we have lost you. Are you still there or it's just me?
If I'm going to join this, I'm
Alvin,
going to benefit.
We lost you. If you could kindly give us a pardon. We lost you.
Hey, sorry. So I was saying, it has always been a pleasure. Actually, let me begin again. How are you, Mr. Cindy? How is everyone there? It's always been a pleasure. When I saw that the course was being facilitated by you, Mr. Cindy, I was very eager to join because I like the way you explain to the detail, and really you put in a lot of effort so that we understand all these concepts. And I really wanted to know the magic behind all these things. So I'm very enthusiastic and willing to learn. And my fun factor, I love jogging. Jogging is my passion. And also I love just making fun, just relaxing and making fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Alvin, for those warm remarks and also for introducing yourself to the class. We're excited to have you here as well, and hope by the end of this session you would have we would have met your expectations. Ismail? Ismail?
Hey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hey, I'm Kukola Ismail from Kukola Ismail from Nigeria. A student of University of Ilorin. I'm so much happy being in the midst of you guys. I really appreciate. It's not easy for someone to apply for certain things, and we are so lucky being shortlisted. They have a message from the mail that you've been shortlisted for that particular program. I really appreciate, and I'm humble to learn more about what the program is all about, and I'm ready to devote our time and be part of the program throughout the session. I really appreciate the coordinator and other participants in our mix. Thanks so much. From Nigeria, Kukola Ismail.
Okay, thank you so much, Ismail. Greetings from Uganda. We hope that Nigeria is okay. So, guys, this is the Huawei HCIA Artificial Intelligence version 3.0 professional training program. We once again excited to have you here. Richard in the group is saying, I'm Richard from Makerere University, hoping to get the certification. And also Nalala, I don't know if I pronounced it correctly, but Makonda Nalala currently doing postgraduate in IT, specializing in communication networks from TU in South Africa. Okay, an architecture saying, hello, I'm Sozi, and I'm an architecture from Uganda. My expectation is to synchronize architecture to real-time machine technology through artificial intelligence. Fun fact, I love watching movies. And then Sati is saying that, hi everyone, Sati, studying computer science. Thanks for the opportunity. All right, so here we are. Our class has started today. And I just wanted to walk you through some of a few things. I mentioned about attendancy, and I told you that attendance is important for us. So therefore, you should make sure that you take your attendance on time. Maybe let me just walk you through firstly how you'll be able to take the attendancy. But before I get there, let us first get an opportunity to look at the course outline. Now, to get access to the course outline, I sent you a link that takes you to a page that looks like this. Let me bring this guy over here. That takes you over to a page that looks like this, and which is HCIA, Artificial Intelligence, version 3.0, blah, 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 with a number of details there. And yes, let me turn editing off so that it looks very, very familiar with what you guys will be able to see. So when it takes you to this page, you can ignore the ads, but when it takes you to this page, you can be able to read through this. Now let us first read the course description together and understand what it is here. The course overview, this is a course based on the demand for AI talents. It is well designed to assess students' vocational ability through theoretical study and aim to harness the skill by experimental projects. The course covers 32 hours of theory introduction, including AI overview, Python basics. These are theory introductions, knowledge of machine learning, common algorithms, and deep learning basics. And also it goes ahead and provides 32 hours of lab practice, or what you usually call labs. After completing this course, students will study various AI technologies and are expected to apply machine learning and deep learning in practice, laying a foundation of their future exploration. Now, we may not get time to cover through everything, and I'll ask you to be on your toes to always try and read more, try to be inquisitive enough, trying to find out what is happening, and things like that. Mariam in the chat says she's from Barara, she says it's a great opportunity to learn and be part of this session. Thanks. Okay, so what you'll be able to learn, we shall be able to learn these three concepts. The first one, we shall master the AI development history and also look at the Huawei Ascend AI system and algorithms related to traditional machine learning and deep learning. I know for you who don't have an IT background, it's okay. We shall try to break down some of these things to best understand them. Do not be scared when you hear deep learning, machine learning. Worry not, we shall get an opportunity to try and understand what those things mean and what they can, how best we can use them. And also we'll be able to build, train, and deploy neural networks by using development frameworks such as TensorFlow and MindSpore. We shall be able also to build competent sales, marketing, project management, and technical support and other AI positions. We shall try and look at those things if time allows. The requirements, like I highlighted before, we need to, I know these things might be a bit small on your screen, but all these details are available on the site. So you can always go and access the site, and then you'll be able to benefit from it. That's a link. I've posted it in the chat. I also sent you an email with the same details, and also the enrollment key. I've posted it in the chat as well. Okay. I see a team is saying I'm Marasi from MOBS pursuing a BBC, a bachelor's degree in business computing, and I want to thank you for this great opportunity to learn and expand more on what we have learned. And then, okay, back to our agenda for today. When you go into the general section, there are two things that I want to talk about. One, the course outline and the teaching timetable. But for you to be able to access them after enrolling, you'll be able to get these details under general information. And tomorrow I'll be able to upload content, the material for topic 1, you'll find it under topic 1. But in this case, we're interested in general content. So you can always find the course outline in, you can always find the course outline in the general section, where we can now click on it. Let me just click on it and close this ad. When you find the ad, you can always close it. Okay, so this is the course outline. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Can it be seen? Well, let me open it in Acrobat.
Yes, it can be seen.
It can be seen. Okay, so in chapter 1, I'm not going to go through some of these things in the interest of time, because you can download this document and go through it in your own time. But chapter 1, we shall be looking at AI overview and try to understand what is AI, what are some of those technical fields and application fields of artificial intelligence, also, and try to understand how Huawei has used AI in their development strategy, the AI disputes, and the future prospects of artificial intelligence. In chapter 2, we shall be learning or looking at machine learning, where we'll define it, look at the different types and the processes, the methods, and the different algorithms that are used in machine learning. And also we try to look at a case study so that we can apply our knowledge. Chapter 3, we shall be looking at deep learning overview. And with the deep learning, we shall look at the deep learning summary, the training rules, the activation function, regularization, the optimizer, the types of neural networks, and trying to understand what are neural networks and the common problems that that are faced during deep learning. Chapter 4, we'll be looking at the mainstream development frameworks. We'll look at TensorFlow version 2. Basically, we look at the basics and the common different modules of TensorFlow and the basic steps of deep learning. You know, deep learning is really wide. We cannot look at everything in this small space, but we shall try to cover as much as we can. And then we look at chapter 5, which is the we'll look at MindSpo development framework and its application. Chapter 6, we'll be looking at AI, Huawei AI computing platforms like Atlas, and try to understand what it is, the different artificial intelligence chips, the Ascend chips, both for hardware and software. We'll also look at Atlas, artificial intelligence computing platform, and the industry applications for Atlas and how people are using Atlas to achieve artificial intelligence. And the last chapter would be will be chapter 7, where we'll just look at the AI in general and the industry ecosystem, and also look at the Huawei High AI platform and try to understand. As you can see, when you download this part, it indicates the hours dedicated to some of these sections. In chapter 1, AI overview, we won't have any labs. As you can see in chapter 2, we have 3 hours of labs. And then chapter 6, we have also 3 hours of labs. So you can take off some time and go through this document. Chapter 8, basically here we are looking at Huawei Cloud. For those who have done cloud service or cloud computing, this is not a new terminology. So we shall look at the Huawei Cloud Enterprise Intelligence Application Platform, the module alerts, how they use AI to alert people, and the different solutions, the enterprise solution that are offered by Huawei Cloud. Basically, this we shall look at it if we get time. If we don't get time, we won't really look at it. I'll just ask you to go ahead and read through some of the things. They're a bit direct forward. But basically, that is the course outline and the teaching schedule which you're going to follow, which can be accessed via the platform. Now, we want to also go ahead and look at the teaching timetable. The teaching timetable, it can also be got under the general section. Under the general section, you have the teaching timetable. Now, when we open it, I shared it with you already via email, and you can access it. But today, as you can see, on day 0, which is a Wednesday, 1st September, from 6 to 9. I know we're going to take like an hour or even less. We are having orientation where we're going to go through account creation for those who don't have accounts as yet, and also course registration and enrollment into the course. And then tomorrow we shall be looking at AI overview. I'm going to upload the material tonight on the site. Please endeavor to go through that material to have a wide understanding when we're having our meeting tomorrow. Now, all these platforms are made for you so that you can benefit from opportunity. I don't charge you to access the platforms, so kindly utilize them and make full use of them. Now, after looking at the course outline and the teaching timetable, there are some things I want also to highlight and talk about. The attendancy, and I'll show you how you can get here. Now we have the attendancy, which you must take every day, but I'll show you how we can get there. I think let me just now demonstrate how you can get onto this platform. Let me open another browser. I'll send you a link, which is lms.sendy.com. So you go to that platform and hit enter, and it will load depending on your connection speed. Usually the homepage looks something like this. Self-education resources, most of this information, I have just migrated onto a new server, so I've not got opportunity to upload, to really fully customize most of these things. So we are not concerned those things at the moment, but right now we want to look at the Huawei courses. So you click on Huawei. When you click on Huawei, though I sent you a link that takes you directly to artificial intelligence, but when you click on Huawei, kindly go ahead and look out for artificial intelligence version 3.0. So when you click on artificial intelligence version 3.0, it always has the option of preview course or blah, blah, blah. So you go ahead and click on artificial intelligence version 3.0. I've already enrolled. Oh, actually, I've not yet signed in. As you can see, if you have not yet signed in, it will tell you guests cannot access this course, please log in. So you can either press on continue, or you can even come up there and say login. So I want to log in, and I'm going to use this account. It's an example account for demonstration purposes. If you don't have an account, you can go ahead and create an account. Actually, let me just create an account so that for those who don't have an account can be able to see how the account can be created. So I'm going to create an account. Can someone suggest for me which username should we use? Anyone? Okay. I'm seeing, yes, Mugasha, your hand is up.
Use Hillary.
I use Hillary. I hope you're also not planning to use that because it won't be available for you. Okay, so the username can really be anything. If you don't know what a username is, you can always hover over and it tells you. But a username is a unique identifier in the system. And then your password, the password must have 8 characters, at least 1 digit, at least 1 lowercase. You know, I'm a cybersecurity specialist. I teach security, so there's no way I can afford having a weak password complexity on my side. So usually it has to have an uppercase, a lowercase, and at least an alphanumeric character. So we are going to use, let's say, Hillary at 21. So I've used Hillary at 21. In case I forget, kindly remind me. Now the issue with the email address, I don't know which email address I should use because I've used many of them. Unfortunately, let me use, I can't use this because it was already used. Interesting, very interesting. But to make it sharp, let me just a moment. Let me just make that thingy available. Okay, let me just make that username available. Just a moment.
You can create a temporary email at privacy.com.
At privacy, will I be able to access it?
You'll just use the name.
Okay, because it usually sends you an activation link. Eh? But let me just go here
and use mine.
I don't want to use yours.
I have to.
You have to. Wow, interesting. But worry not. Let me just delete this account, which I used already, so that I can now use the email address. Okay, so now that the account is gone, are you sure you want to continue? I say yes, continue. Okay. All right, I hope that account has been deleted successfully. Just to confirm. So you have 2 email accounts. Interesting. And you use both of them? Okay, the account is not there anymore. So I'll go back to my browser, the one for Microsoft Edge. And yeah, we're going to use this email address. You repeat the email address again to make sure that you have not mistyped your email address. And then you put in your full name. Since we're using Hillary, let me just put in Hillary. Hillary, and use mine. Someone said you can use mine. So you can ignore the other fields. They're not really that important, but if you want, you can go ahead and put them there. And then you go ahead and say, create my account. So you select create my account, and then your account, oh, Hillary is already taken. You gave me a username which you took already. Okay, let me just use Freeman. I saw someone calling himself Freeman here. Freeman. Okay, so after using Freeman, let me come here. And the rest is the same, and then say create an account. So when you say create an account, wow, Freeman already exists, you people. Interesting.
So you can use Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
Yes.
Okay, Bumblebee. Okay, so we have used Bumblebee. I'll go ahead and create the account for Bumblebee, and boom, Bumblebee account has been created. Now the system will tell you that an email should have been sent to your address. The email address you should have provided. It contains these instructions to complete your registration. If you continue to have difficulties, please contact the administrator. So we go and access that email address. The email address, let me just open this browser here. We go and access this email address, which I've used, the one for MOBS. So I'll go into my inbox and look for, yes, this is the email. It's coming from Sandy Samuel, ICT Online Academy account confirmation. If you can't find it, you can always check in your spam folder and see if it has been whitelisted, and then you can access it. And if you have it, if you receive it in your inbox, that is well and good. But then for you to be able to access the account, you must have received this email to activate your account. So after receiving this email, you click on the link to go ahead and activate the account. Since I'm using another browser, I'm going to just copy the link and paste it in that browser here, this one. So I'm going to come here. I can open another tab, or I can use that very same tab and paste in the link and hit enter for Bumblebee. And then it says your registration has been confirmed. Thanks, Hillary. Use mine. Your registration has been confirmed. So we press on. Okay, our registration is confirmed. And as you can see, it has automatically logged us in already as Hillary. Now, when we access HCIA version 3.0 account, remember how we got here? We said we got to Huawei, we select HCIA version 3.0, and then it's asking us for the enrollment key. Who can remind us what is the enrollment key to access this course?
AI at 2021.
AI at 2021. Very good. So that is the enrollment key to access this code. So you go ahead and press on OK, enroll me now. And now Hillary is enrolled into this course. Hillary can access this course. And as you can see Hillary here over attendancy, he has 0 sessions taken so far, and he has not attended anything. Percentage rate is 0.0%. And remember, we said what is our percentage rate? What should it be at? Who remembers in our introduction? Those who are attentive?
70%.
70%. So you'll be able even to judge yourself, right? Okay, so this is the course. You can go ahead and access the general platforms, the course outline, and the material which will be posted, and even the quizzes which will be uploaded on the system later on. He can also go ahead and put a comment in case he's stuck. Please upload the notes. And then you can go ahead and comment, and then everyone can be able to see that comment. They can also go ahead and reply your comment, etc, etc. So what we're interested in right now is how we are going to be, one, accessing the daily classes. I'm not going to be sharing. We are doing artificial intelligence. We should have a system that handles everything. I don't want to keep on sending people emails and reminders that, you know what, please join today's session. You're going to use this Zoom link. What is going to happen? Everything has been embedded in your calendar. Are we at par, guys? Because I'm going to receive Zoom meeting links again from me, right? So everything else is embedded in the calendar. How you're going to be able to access tomorrow's class, which will be a Thursday, right? You just come here on the calendar and you click on the date, which is second. It will be second by that time, right? Right now, the activity is not being shown because it's not yet that time. But let's just assume today is, let me go back to Wednesday. Let us assume it is today here. And today, you should be in position to see, wait, I think the event, okay, I'll cross-check with that and I'll make sure that it's available. But you will be able to see that event available to you, and you'll be able to access the class. You'll be able to see it here, and you say, after you're able to see it here, you'll be able to say, as you see this button, you'll be able to see the link for the meeting, and you click on it, and then it takes you to the Zoom meeting. The links keep on changing, so kindly just look out for it. To be able to access the meeting, click on the date you want to access the meeting, and then go ahead and click on join the meeting, and then you'll be able to join the meeting. Then secondly, about the attendancy, let me go back to the main page here. For you to be able to access the attendancy, and I'm now going to request all of you, when you can, if you have a computer or something, to take your attendancy. How are you going to do it? You see on the top, on the left sidebar, there's an attendancy section, right? And there's this link for attendancy. How you're going to be able to take the attendancy, you click on it, right? And after clicking on it, it's going to load the attendancy page. As you can see, you cannot take attendance for the day tomorrow. You can even not take attendance for the next day, or even for other days, because they have not yet been activated. And today has been activated for you to take the attendance. For some purposes, we keep changing the passwords to make sure that people who are not part of the class cannot actually tell what the password was to submit the attendance. So what you will do, you'll go ahead and say submit attendance. When you click on submit attendance, before you actually submit, it's going to request you for the password. Do I remember the password I said? I think the password was still AI at 2021, but it will change depending, and I'll be able to communicate if it changes. But if it doesn't change, it is AI at 2021. Now,
me, sir, which password?
When you get here, the password,
yes,
your attendance.
The password, that password is the password to, it's generic, or is a password to my account, or password.
Have you been following along, Jacob? It is the password to take attendance. When it's asking you for the password before you actually take your attendance. I have nothing to do with your password for your account. You entirely know your passwords to access the platform, right?
Yes.
But this password now is a password, because if you don't, let me say I provide a wrong password, right? Let me just type in anything. And I want to tell the lecturer that I'm present for today, right? I'll go ahead and click on Save Changes, and you're going to see the response I'm going to get. Have you seen? You have entered an incorrect password and your attendance has not been recorded. Please enter the correct password. So this password is for you to take attendance, not to sign in into your account, but to take attendance. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. So where does it come from?
It's usually provided by me during the class.
In the class.
Yes.
Okay.
So now I'm saying it is HCIA at 2021. So you kindly go ahead and use that. I usually post it in the chat, Zoom chat. So go ahead and put it in and then say present. After, when you're done and provided the correct password, you go ahead and say save changes, and then boom. Are you seeing what it's saying now? Your attendance in this session has been recorded.
Hello,
right?
What is the password again?
AI at 2021.
Okay.
Maybe if it can be posted in the chat.
Someone has posted it already. I can see it in the chat. But let me also post it again. Okay, so now you can see that number of other sessions coming, but I can't take the attendance, right? Because, and here now I can't edit my attendance, and it has been recorded already. So when I go back to the main page, you will actually see that my percentage has increased. Have you seen? I've so far attended 9% of all the overall sessions, and I've taken one session so far, right? Which is today's session. So at the end of the week, this report will be generated and sent to you, but I was just walking you through to know how you'll be able to take the attendance. Okay, so basically, that is it as far as taking attendance is concerned, and also downloading the material. Come here, access the platform, click on the material you want to download or read through, and then it will either start downloading. I don't know why this guy is not opening. It will start downloading. Okay, it's here. It will start downloading, and then you download it, or you can even view it from the browser, depending on the browser you are using. Then you are able to access that material instantly. So more material will be uploaded on this site, and we're going to be using it more frequently. I'm going to put there a forum on this page where you'll be able to, talk about different issues that are affecting you. So frequently you're going to use this forum really a lot, even till when you're going to book for the final exam. Then lastly, moving on to another forum which you're going to be using, but I'm seeing two hands. Before I move on, is everything okay from Simba and Ismail?
Thanks so much. It's okay. You can proceed, sir.
Okay. I'm having a challenge with my account. I once enrolled in the security class, which you previously taught us. Now I'm trying to access my LMS account again using the same password that I used before. I cannot access it. I've tried the password reset, but it takes longer to generate that code. And when it generates, it will be probably 2 or 3 hours to do the password reset. So I'm having a challenge.
Same problem as me. Same problem.
Okay, have you tried resetting your password?
I've tried, but it takes longer to do the generation of the new token. And when I try to click it, probably it's after 2 or 3 hours, I see it, and then it's late.
For real?
I tried to reset mine yesterday. Till today, I still haven't received the link.
Let me assume I forgot my password here, the one for Hillary, and we tried to reset it together, right? So this is the login page. I have come here on the login page. I don't remember my password for Bumblebee, right? I know this is my user ID, but I don't remember my password. So I'll come here to lost password. I want the same page. So when I come to lost password, I can search the you'll forgive my voice. I can either search by email or by username. Let's remember the email, right? That's my email. So I'll go ahead and say search by email. And then the system is going to tell me if you supplied a correct username or unique email address, then an email should have been sent to you. It contains easy instructions to confirm and complete password change. If you continue to have difficulties, please contact the administrator. So let me check my email now. So I'm going to go back to my email, to my inbox. As you can see, the password reset link is instant, right? So let me click on it. Are you seeing the link? It's valid for 30 minutes and it has come in instantly. So I'm going to go ahead and copy the link because I want to open it in this browser. I've copied the link, come here to this browser and then paste in the link to reset my password for Bumblebee. And it's going to take me to the forgot password, ask me for the new password. Which password should I use? Let me just use the previous one, which was Hillary. I don't remember what it was, but let me just put there today. It's 2021. So I'll go ahead and save my password and I've reset my password. So I assume that it should be the same process with you. Did you try the same process?
Yes, I tried the same process. And for me, the reset token was taking longer. And let me check if I've done it again today. And I've tried it now and I haven't yet received.
Have you?
I've tried it again, but I'm not receiving anything.
Can you check your email?
I've just,
you have what?
Yes, I've done the same process again when you were doing yours. Now I'm trying to refresh my email. There's nothing new.
Can you check? Are you sure you use that email address? Can you check and see if can you check your spam email? Can you check your spam folder?
Spam email.
Hello?
Yes, yes, please.
In my email, there's nothing yet.
Have you checked your spam folder?
Yeah, I'm checking my spam folder. There's nothing as well.
Okay, let me just confirm something here. Ideally, it works and it works perfectly. So there's either something wrong with your email or maybe you blocked some emails from accessing or reaching your mailbox. But ideally, it should work instantly.
Let him close and open again the email.
I've refreshed my browser. It's not doing anything.
Which email did you use? Let me try and access your user account here. Can you just tell me your username? Just your surname.
Chibwe, C-H-I.
C-H-I.
B-G.
E-G.
B for Bravo. G. W-E.
Like that?
Yeah, that's it. Yes.
Okay. This is your email address?
Yeah, that one. Correct.
Spelled like this?
Yes.
You should be able to receive an email. However, let me just reset it this side. And it will ask you to put in a new password. Your default password is password. Like that.
Okay.
When you punch it in, it's going to force you to change your password to a desired password. It's password in lowercase. I don't think it's going to allow me, so you use password with a capital D. Password 21, because it has to have a character. Password 21, capital P. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay with me.
Wait, at least with a non-alphanumeric digit. Password 21.
21.
Yeah, at 21, yes. Password at 21, right? That one, I'm going to reset now.
All right.
So it's going to force you to set your new password, but you should be able to receive an email, like it should be able to work. Okay, so proceeding, moving forward. I hope everyone is okay from that direction. If you are not okay, you can always ask your peers in the forum, and then they'll be able to guide accordingly. Now let's move to the next platform, which I want us to draw attention to, which is the Huawei main site. The Huawei site, right? This site is specifically for people. I understand there are people who are attached to Makerere University, Chambogo, and Moni academies, right? And we don't want you guys to deassociate from your, academy. We will be able to get vouchers from the academy, right? But if you're in this class and you are associated to either Makerere University Business School, or you have never been associated with any university before, and your account is not associated with that university, then you are going to need this guide. Is that okay? So what is going to happen, I repeat, the people who don't have, the people who already not enrolled into or attached to a university are the people who are going to go through this process, right? Or the people who are attached to Makerere University Business School. If you're not, and your account is already in another ICT academy, that's okay. Please do not bother yourself. But this is only for the people who are either Makerere University Business School or who have never associated their accounts with any other institution. Why it is important? Because during the time of booking for the voucher, if your account is already associated with another institution, we shall just request them to give you voucher, and then they will assign vouchers on your account. But if your account is not associated with any ICT academy, then kindly go through the process. So there's this class, HCIA at moobs.ac.ug. And to get access to it, what you do, I don't know if I have a demo account to demonstrate, but let me imagine I have a demo account here and try to access using that demo account. So you go to Huawei. I'm going to copy this link and also paste it in the chat. Sorry, I had posted my thingy to someone else. That is a link which takes you to this page. And this page, we're interested in logging in. So we are going to log in, and I want to use, I think, BestBen. Yeah, this account. So you go ahead and punch in your user ID, your password, and then you will log in. And it has logged me in as this account. And after logging me as that account, we are interested in going to Huawei User Center. So we hover over that name, go to Huawei User Center, and then it will show us these details. And after showing us these details, we want now to go to My Classes. Are we together on the same page? So we go to My Classes. And when we go to My Classes, then it is going to ask us for an invitation code. These are all the classes which are done. The student did these classes. So it's going to ask us for a class invitation code. And this is the code which I'm going to post in the group. Let me just open it here. The code is this, right? The code is that. Let me put it here in the chat as well for the people who are at moves and the people who have never associated their accounts with a university. So that is a code I've posted there. So I'll copy it as well, and then come to back to where I was here, and then I'm going to post in the invitation code and then say join. When you say join, it's going to sometimes be like it's not loading, but it is loading in the background. So you just be a little bit patient, and then this will happen. It's going to take you to this page. It's going to take you to this page. You look through things, and then after looking through things, you say registration. We're interested in you going to registration. So you click on registration. So you click on registration, and after clicking on registration, it's going to ask you for these details. You click I have read and agree, and then press on OK. And after pressing on OK, then the button will change from registration to start learning. And that will be all. Now, when I come back to my end, since this student was already a student of MOBS, I don't even need to approve. It will automatically enroll them and register them into this course. We're not going to be using this site, so worry not, we shall not use this site, but it will go ahead and enroll this student. As you can see, this is example, and this student has been enrolled into this course, and that will be all. But I repeat and emphasize once again, if you yes, like I said, I'm seeing someone saying I got an error, the class is not in the scope of your college, you cannot be enrolled. Yes, if you're already enrolled, just to ask you, Nathan Tugume, which ICT Academy are you associated with? Is it Makerere or Moni? Tugume?
It's Makerere, someone.
Yes, so you don't need to do this process. Those were the instructions. If your account is already associated with an academy, please do not do this process. This process is only for the people who don't have, it's only for the people who don't have an account associated with an academy before. I hope that is clear. Is that clear, guys? So I will not take a lot of time on that. I'll move away from it. Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
What of those who are associated to any other academy?
Any other academy? Like which academy?
I mean, you said this process is for people who are not associated to any academy, right?
Yes. Yes.
What
yes.
of the people who are associated to academies?
Then they don't have to do anything. Unless if your academy, you associate with one academy outside Uganda, then you need to associate with an academy in Uganda for you to be able to get the voucher.
Because I tried the process and it has landed me to the page where I need to register. So I'm wondering if I have to register for this or
you don't have an account?
I do have. What I'm saying is like it has landed me on the page where I'm seeing HCIA AI, MUBS. But then you've said since it's for like only the people who are not linked to any academy are supposed to do that. So I'm wondering if I can still register, yet I'm linked to Makerere University Business School or not.
No, if you're linked to Makerere University Business School, you can go ahead and do it. Why you can go ahead and do it? Because it will not ask you, it will not tell you that it is outside the scope of your college. So it has no effect at all whatsoever. But if you're linked to any other academy, like let's say Makerere or Chambogo, right? Yes. Since we are preparing for the ICT competitions, we are working all together as those different academies. We are working together as an academy. So even right now, as we speak, there are students from Makerere University Business School who are attending a particular course from Makerere, let's say Datacom, that is being organized by Makerere. Is that okay? So yes, these courses were divided amongst the academies, but we don't require you now to re-attract. Before, we would require you to de-associate. Remember, we would ask you to de-associate because there's no way we would be able to give you vouchers if you don't belong to that academy. Now, even if you're in Makerere, as long as you have fulfilled the requirements of this course and you're on my list of the people who qualify to get the voucher, all I need to do is to just get in touch with the admin at Makerere, and then they will, after you applying for the voucher, and then they will credit your account with a voucher. Does that explain your question?
Yes, but then I remember the time I was doing IoT. I think I did IoT with you. I was about to do the exam, and I told you that my account had a problem, so I had to create a new one. You helped me creating the new one, and you assigned me to Makerere University Business School when I told you that I was in Nairobi, so you assigned me to that university. Will they still give me the voucher?
As long as you are from an academy within Uganda. So if you are part of Makerere University Business School, yes, you'll get the voucher.
Despite me not being a student from that university?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. Just like the way you see Swissco. Swissco is, let's say, taught at Makerere University, but you don't have to necessarily be a student at Makerere University to go and do CCNA. I hope you understand.
Yes.
So you as a professional, you can go, much as it is offered from Makerere University, but it doesn't mean that you have to be a student of Makerere University for you to be able to do CCNA.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Right. Okay, so I think that would be all from this page. Hilary, your hand is up.
Yeah, so mine is about the registration form. Are we supposed to provide the student ID for our respective universities?
You can leave those spaces blank. They're not required, so you can leave them. And I also saw someone saying, what if my school doesn't have an academy? That means you are not associated with any academy, so you can go through this process to associate yourself with this academy. Does that make sense?
So I provide the name and click registration.
Yes, you provide, actually your name will come when it's already provided. So just click on registration. When you click on I've read and you click on OK.
Okay, I get you.
All right. Now someone is saying is still stuck on the point of confirming your email. That means please kindly check your email. Check your email, check your spam folder or your junk folder or refresh your browser. Kevin, I'm seeing you're saying that. Can you share your screen, please?